Hi, welcome to Money with Mark Albert. Really appreciate you being with me today. The reason we're talking today is this week the U.S. Federal Reserve had an interest rate announcement, and I thought it would be helpful, being that the significance of this particular announcement, just to mention what it was, a little bit about it. I have a chart that shows some recessions over the last 3 decades, and that is certain patterns that I've observed, and we'll look at that, and then we'll talk about 3 main reasons why they decided to make the announcement they did. So the U.S. Federal Reserve, it was actually July 31st, 2019 that they made the announcement. And so the Federal Reserve is in the United States, of course. So let's talk about it. What is the Federal Reserve? So basically, the Federal Reserve System in the United States is also known as the Federal Reserve. So you may hear the term Federal Reserve. You may also hear the term the Fed. Okay? So if you hear Federal Reserve, the Fed in the United States, it all means the same thing. Now, it's also the central banking system of the United States of America. So when they talk about the central bank, or they talk about the Federal Reserve or the Fed, they're really saying the same thing. Okay? So when you hear that type of language, just know that you're really hearing the same thing. And I just want to point that out. So let's get into this a little bit more here. So the U.S. Federal Reserve, they decided to reduce interest rates to 2.25. It was 2.50, so they reduced it 0.25%. Now this is getting down almost, in Canada, of course, the rate for the Bank of Canada is 1.75%. So this is interesting, and there's some dynamics here, and there's reasons why. Is the Federal Reserve, they're reducing interest rates for the first time, listen to this, the first time since the financial crisis of 2008, 2009. That's like a decade or so ago. And it's hinting, maybe cut again this year, to isolate the record-long U.S. economic expansion from slowing global growth. So there's patterns in the global economy, and so they just wanted to protect the growth that they're having and to kind of extend this current bull market in the United States. This chart here is really interesting. So the Fed rate over a long period of time. So what we have here is, this is 2008, 2009 recession. So this is the interest rates. Interest rates were basically at 0% for an extended period of time. And then the Fed began raising rates at the end of 2015. And you'll see every notch up is a 0.25% notch. 0.25%. And then right here, they drop it 0.25% for the first time in like a decade. Pretty significant, and I'm going to explain some logic here, okay? So look at this. So the 2008-2009 recession happened here. 2001 recession happened here. 1990-1991 recession happened there. So I want you to see a pattern here. So rates, they went up, and then rates started going down, and then bam, recession. Now, the recession continues, rates keep dropping because they want to stimulate the economy, and then we hit rock bottom. And it goes up, a little bit of this and that, and then here, up, plateaus, rate drop, recession, 2001. And so during the recession, look at that, rates drop significantly, bang, 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 go down, 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 down. And then it stayed down here. Now, leading up to the 2008-2009, look at that, rates went up aggressively. All of a sudden it plateaued, rate drop, deep recession as well, rates dropped down to about 0%. They kept it down to 0. You notice it's a very different pattern to the other recessions, right? They were able to bring it up, but after the recession, here they were not. Remember, they spent some trillions of dollars to stimulate the economy in the U.S. And then, look at right now. Now, we're not in a recession, but look at that. At the end of 2015, rates going up, then they plateau, and then bam, our first drop. So I find that very interesting, and I'm wondering if, in fact, we're going to experience a bit of a thing here, okay? So other central banks around the world, fellow central banks, they also are dropping rates, in India, South Africa, Australia, are among those who've cut their rates already. European Central Bank indicated to do that in September. Now, bottom line is, reduce the rate because of the current global economy, what other central banks are doing, and the U.S. inflation, the inflationary target is 2% and they're currently below that. So basically, this is what I wanted to tell you, and to let you know that. Subscribe below because I'll do others as well. Thank you very much. Looking forward to seeing you again soon. Take care. Bye now.